So the BBC versus the MSN debate was a huge part of soccer from 2014 to 2017. This was basically Messi, Suarez, and Neymar versus Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. This rivalry was a huge part of the Messi versus Ronaldo debate. During these years from 2014 to 2017, a Clasico had a record-breaking TV viewership of up to 650 million viewers worldwide every game. The Camp Nou and Santiago Bernabeu were averaging 98% attendance during these years. Real Madrid and Barcelona became two of the top three richest clubs globally. Broadcast rights from La Liga surged to $2.65 billion between 2015 and 2018. This cycle could be called the peak of football by most sports historians out there. I'm just saying. And to make this a little more personal, guys, I got into soccer because of the Messi versus Ronaldo debate. But then I fell in love with soccer during the MSN versus BBC rivalry. That was insane. That was literally the definition of peak football for me. Now, for some of y'all out there, you're asking, how did this era even start? Well, MSN became official in 2014. Neymar joined Barcelona in 2013, Suarez joined 2014 from Liverpool, and Messi was already a legend of the club at this time. BBC was formed a year earlier in 2013, which I'm sure it was formed a lot before that, you know. Both of these front threes were so different but so similar, and I think that's what made them so entertaining to watch when they were going against each other, because the trio of Suarez, Messi, and Neymar was more about creativity, exploiting the space, and having cool finishes and dribbling. But BBC was all about being direct, going and scoring goals when it's needed, being very critical with your touches. It fueled football, man. It built two different sides of the game and somehow merged them together into the football that y'all motherfuckers watch today, man. Damn. Now, I'm gonna make the comparison simple, okay? We're gonna have MSN and BBC, and then we're gonna compare them based on their total goal and assist contributions. We're also gonna compare them based on their trophies, y'all. But lastly, I'm gonna compare them on actual pure enjoyment of watching either of these front threes. And at the end, we'll see who wins, who is the best. Let's get into it, my boy. Gang. So for goals and assists, we're gonna take a look at MSN first. MSN had a total of 364 goals from 2014 to 2017. Messi scored about 153 of these goals. Suarez scored about 121. Neymar scoring about 90. But here's the unique thing about MSN. They had a total of 173 assists. This is insane. So MSN wasn't just playing for themselves and scoring amongst themselves. Their entire team was also elevated because of the productivity from this trio. Guys like Dani Alves became better. Guys like Busquets got more praises because of his work in the midfield. All three of them were great scorers, but like also great creators. Now, when we look at BBC, that's when we start to see a little bit of a difference here, my boy. We see goals of 342 compared to the 364 of NSN. But Ronaldo has the most goals of all of these six guys. He has 161 goals from 2014 to 2017. Benzema only 77, and Bale had 104. Their assist was like 40 less than MSN. So what does that show? It showed that the advantage here is obviously towards MSN. They are more reliable when it comes to creating chances and scoring goals. For Real Madrid, if BBC weren't scoring, nobody else was going to score. But for MSN, if they weren't scoring, they had the ability to give other people on the field a chance to go and score. And I think that's a very good aspect of a front three that sadly we didn't see from the BBC crowd. A lot of y'all go out of your way to hate on MSN because you are Ronaldo fans, you're Ronaldo fans. No hate to my second GOAT, but I'm gonna have to give it to the MSN here. Simple. Now, this one gets a little more interesting because when we look at the trophies from these two front threes, we see a huge difference. When it comes to UEFA Champions League from 2014 to 2017, MSN only had one, which is extremely sad compared to how great these guys actually played on the field. Only 2 La Liga titles within the 3 years, which isn't bad. 3 Copa del Reys they won every year, and they actually won a FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, they won that, bro. Don't go and hate. FIFA Club World Cup matters. Go and watch my other video, bro. I actually talk about why it matters, and I glazed it. Now, when we look at the individual trophy and add this to it as well, Messi won the 2025 Ballon d'Or, which was expected. Suarez won 1 Golden Boot, and Neymar was a top assist provider in the Champions League for the 2014 to 2015 season. That was it. Their trophies aren't that much compared to BBC, y'all. 3 UEFA Champions League from 2014 to 2017. 1 La Liga title and 1 Copa del Rey. In my opinion, winning the Champions League is a lot harder than winning the regular league or winning the cup. So I put way more emphasis on that, and I really commend Real Madrid, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Bale for being able to win Champions League with this much consistency. It's so difficult to come out of your league and dominate like that, and these guys did it. So they have to get the flowers for it, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and hate. And when you take a look at the individual award, guys, Ronaldo won 3 Ballon d'Ors within this time period, and Messi only won 1, which is 2015. Bale, key goals in UCL finals. You remember the bicycle kick and all that shit. Benzema was a quiet contributor, but he was also there providing spaces for Ronaldo, providing spaces for Bale. So in terms of trophy, it's so simple here. The advantage goes to BBC. So now we got 1 and 1. All right, who takes the other one? Don't get smart with me. Let's get to it. Global viewership and pure entertainment. This is the reason we watch sports. This is the reason I go and watch my team every game, right? Every day they're playing. I go there and watch them to get entertained, to get something out of it. Now, when we compare BBC and MSN, we see very big differences in how entertaining they are. When it comes to BBC, their main source of entertainment was Cristiano Ronaldo. It was more so a one-man show. And that's not a slight on them. Ronaldo was one of the biggest names in soccer, so he did deserve this opportunity. If Ronaldo isn't playing, a lot of people aren't going to go and watch that game or care about that game. Bale was mid, decent kind of at beating players, but he wasn't the guy that the world is going to want to watch. Ronaldo was the main source in that team. Most of the time, people enjoyed watching BBC was during the Champions League. That was when their clutch moments come in. They were usually struggling through games, but you have Ronaldo there to take that pressure off of his team by scoring the crucial goals. When we look at MSN, guys, I don't know why I said BBC again. My fault. It's the total opposite. We have a front three full of stars. We have Neymar, we have Suarez, we have Messi. Messi could literally spearhead the marketing of that front three, but he didn't need to. If Messi wasn't playing, Neymar is playing. The entire atmosphere around MSN was fun, beautiful, free-flowing football. It was the peak entertainment part of football, bro. Everybody will tell you, when you look at the amount of goals scored in that 2015 season, they were all from MSN and BBC. But MSN really contributed to the actual viewing experience and the enjoyment. This is why Barcelona got so many fans during this era. This is why a lot of people flocked towards the beautiful game during this era. A lot of people wanted to see Messi and Neymar and Suarez combine to show that fluidity, really extend the imagination of what football can be at its core, man. I love that, bro.
If my son was to come and ask me, when did football peak for you? I would just show him this picture. This is exactly the peak of football for me. This is the 2015-16 La Liga top goal scorers. Luis Suarez in La Liga alone scored 40 goals. Bro, the list was dominated by MSN and BBC the whole time they were there. Y'all want to take a guess who's 6th place? It's Gareth Bale, bro.
God damn, I love that. I will say I prefer MSN for pure chemistry, joy, and creativity. I love watching these guys. Messi, my favorite player of all time. Love the magician, but I can't take anything away from Ronaldo and BBC and what they did. They are solidified as the second best trio in football history. But MSN is the first. If you learn something from this, bro, learn something from it. Watch other videos on the channel. Bye-bye. Peace out. Subscribe. What?